What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Jusballout podcast. I'm Jusnix.
I'm J Redd.
And we back for part 2 of our Jusballout draft review. In part 1, we discussed the Northwest Division and the Pacific Division. On this one, we're going to discuss the Southeast and the Central Division, both Eastern Conference divisions. It's been an interesting Sunday, J Redd, can we say the least, man. The champs added some more pieces. Well, added a piece.
Welcome home, Schroeder. After upon further review, at first I wasn't in love with the move. I didn't hate it, but I just didn't love it. But thinking about it, Rondo's gone most likely. Expected to decline that and walk his player option. Yeah. Right, his player option. He's expected to decline and walk. So I think Schroeder, you got on me last episode. Part 1 about how well he played last season and stuff, and I was kind of tripping. Thinking about it, like he gonna be really nice with the Lake Show. I think so. Welcome home, welcome to the champs. Hope you ready to. Hope them legs is in shape because we play deep into the offs, baby.
Just glad you told me I was right for a change. You're a real one, dog. But yeah, it's been an interesting Sunday, man. Shams Sharp. I can't never say his last name, man. But Shams, shout out to Shams, man. He been dropping bombs all day. Of course, Woj. It's been plenty of guys, turning on their options, accepting their options, picking them up, whatever. Negotiations start on the 20th. On the 22nd, the actually signing actually begins. So it's gonna be interesting, man. I'm really excited about the draft because I really feel like it's gonna be so many pieces flying around because of this short turnaround that we going through right now. I didn't realize there was so many free agents. Not like no super big names, but like quality vets that's out.
A lot of pieces, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of pieces out there. So it's gonna be very interesting. Starting in the Southeast Division, Charlotte Hornets. Interesting team as always, the MJs. They got the 3rd pick and they got a 2nd round pick at 32. It's a lot we can say about Charlotte.
Yeah, I think Charlotte needs to go big. I think they should go big. It's hard to, with 2 guards out there like Melo and Anthony Edwards, and it seems to be like Wiseman and the Warriors, that seems to be like a lock a little bit. It's hard to tell them to pass up one of those special talents, man.
You can't, bro. You can't turn them down. You can't. If you got Anthony Edwards on the, you got him available, you got to take him. Just off the stream, you're going to regret that.
What if Anthony Edwards go 1 and LaMelo is there? Do you just have to take LaMelo there?
That's a good point. I really wouldn't take LaMelo right there. I just don't really feel like he fit that team. You already got Terry Rozier and what's my dude name? I just lost my Devontae Graham. You already got Devontae Graham, so you said it. Well, I ain't gonna say said at the guard spot, but
no, I feel you. I really, they were the worst defensive rebounding team in the league last season. So, it's a glaring hole right there. They definitely should probably go get a big man.
Yeah. All you got is Cody Zeller down there. So, but it's so crazy. We've been talking about this all day. Is that like we really just going one big anyway, and then that big still playing like 28 plus minutes. So it's like I don't know. You got this 4 that's like a 4-3. So it be kind of difficult.
Yeah.
You can either go. If you don't go LaMelo Ball, you don't go Anthony Edwards. Because I'm pretty sure that James Wiseman is probably going unless the Warriors make some swaps or whatever, some trades. You can go Big O from USC if he's available. He's the 2nd best big in the draft. But my pick is still Anthony, man. I think at that point you got to really go at the best available.
Yeah, Charlotte kind of at that point where they're not in. I won't say a full rebuild or nothing like that, but I think Big O would be nice a little bit with Charlotte. He's so athletic over there with The Miles Bridges, he bouncy. PJ Washington be looking bouncy. I think
Don't be
that he
looking
would,
bouncy.
huh?
He don't be looking bouncy.
He be looking a little bouncy here. Man, he'll come through that lane and sneak you.
I mean, cause he young. I mean, but besides that, I don't really take him as a leaper.
No, well, no, I
Nah,
feel
I
that
get what
though.
you're saying. I get
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
saying, but I still don't think that man got an inch of bounce. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I said. But I get your drift. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I see where you're
yeah.
going with it. Um, with that 32nd pick, they can also pick up Daniel Arturo from Minnesota. I
Right.
think he had a solid season. I've looked at his numbers. I'm like, dang, he was averaging 20 and 11. I
Big
mean,
body too.
I mean, that got to show something regardless. I don't care if it's college or not. 20 and 11 that's hard to do.
And in the Big Ten, let's not sleep.
And in
Big
the
Ten
Big
is a
Ten,
very one of the toughest conferences.
and in the Big Ten, or I've been seeing a lot of Desmond Bain from TCU. I think he might be a good pick, but you already got Miles Bridges, and I mean, even though Desmond Bain shoot the three a little bit better, it's a nasty three. Might I say?
Yeah.
Because it's not meant for real strong guard. I
I
just
know exactly what you
I'm
said
talking about
though.
the football player bodies like Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, they jump shots always be a little.
It's suspect to me, bro. It just don't even be looking right. So it's just, hey man, that's my opinion. I think Daniel Arturo it would be a good selection at 32.
Yeah, I agree.
If they don't go big,
I'm not used to this saying I agree with Knicks all the time, but
man, it's cool,
I
brother.
agree.
It's cool,
You
brother.
know,
So,
I agree.
you all
Big
right?
Daniel Oturu, I think that would, honestly, even if they took Big O,
Yeah.
I think you kind of could
Think
still
so?
come Oturu. Yeah, I think you could
Gotta
still
grab
come
some type
Oturu.
of guard though at some point because I mean, uh, Malik Monk ain't really showed you nothing yet. Uh, Bacon ain't really showed you nothing yet. We seen sparks of potential, but they still haven't given it to you yet. I don't know. I might give him one more year though.
I was just about to say, I mean, are they,
I might give him one more year. Cause dang, if Anthony Edwards come over there too, ooh,
that'd be kind of, well, they
it's gonna be
eventually
ugly
gonna
for
have
them.
to.
It's gonna be
Yeah, they
ugly.
gonna have to get rid of somebody. It's just gonna be a log jam. Too many.
Too many, too many. Moving on to the Hawks.
The
You know,
real eighth town.
this is my second home. If y'all know, I'm from the D regardless. I'm from Detroit, first of all, but Atlanta my second home. They adopted me. Um,
Sometimes I feel like Atlanta adopted me.
they adopted me, man. Shout out to Ice Trey. Had a hell of a season last year. Hell of a season last year. Really kind of broke out, man. All-star season. He was top 3 in points and assists. So, I mean, hey, shout out to him. But I mean, Atlanta got to make some decisions. Uh, they haven't made the playoffs since 2017. They had the fourth worst record in the NBA last season. But they have about 50 million in cap space that they can play with. So, they're gonna be in some talks with some guys too. That sixth pick could also be, given away. But they also got one more. They got one second round draft pick late. What you think they need, J Redd?
Honestly, man, I don't know. I think that Atlanta needs to come with. It's hard for me to say this because they have who they have on their roster, but I think they need some reliable wing production, like somebody they can really rely on night in, night out. Not, hey man, we got Huerter, we got Cam Reddish, we got DeAndre Hunter. Hopefully one of them play good today. I mean somebody you can count on night in, night out. You got Trey, you got John Collins, you got Clint Capella. Now we got to find somebody to slide in them 2 and 3s that we can get reliable production night in and night out from. I also saw that, they don't view John Collins as a max player. I wonder, will
You
somebody
talking about,
come looking
talking
for
about
him?
signing him as a max player?
Yeah, I just wonder will somebody come, seeing what their asking price is and stuff for that.
I mean, I like John. I actually feel like I'm cool with John staying there. But I'm with you. They do need somebody reliable. But I think you might have to get that in free agency. I don't think nobody in this draft is gonna be able to really give you that. So in my opinion, I would do something with that 6th pick because there's nothing really in the draft that you're gonna really get that's gonna be able to like get you over the hump. With
I agree.
you know what I mean? I've seen Denny you said his last name. Say his last name again.
Avija.
Avija from
Yeah.
Israel. I've watched some clips on him. Real heady player, good IQ. Typical international player. But I mean, with Luka breaking out over these last 2 seasons, man, I'd be surprised, man. These dudes be coming in there, they be pro ready and they be ready to go. Even though I think he might have played in a B level, league. But I've seen him. I've seen Tyrese Halliburton from Iowa State. Uh, I've also seen really big Isaac Okoro. He's been high on the list. He's an Atlanta kid. But like I said, I think that 6th pick, man, you gotta do something with that.
Yeah, I think they could definitely. You know how we said this the year to trade down.
Yeah,
I think that they could definitely afford to trade down.
yeah, take
Also,
young cat.
I don't hate the Isaac Okoro. He's already an NBA ready defender.
Yeah,
A good NBA defender already. And if he can get his offense going just a little bit, that's just gonna be bonus and bonus.
I seen I've been seeing Drew Holiday been linked to them a little bit too. I could see them throwing away some of them young fellas and just bringing him over there to fill that void. I would keep Kevin Herter and saying, yeah, maybe, uh, you could do. I would keep DeAndre. I'm gonna send
I
Cam and
would keep him too.
I would send Cam and possibly
I'm
possibly.
getting rid of Werther. I'm keeping Cam. I gotta give a longer look at Cam, man. He got
But you're gonna
started.
have to give up 2 of them at least, dog. If you're gonna get Drew, or you might be able to. Can you? Nah, you can't get John. Can't get John.
Like New Orleans don't have no leverage. Drew look like he leaving no matter what. You see, he been linked to the Clippers. He been linked to the Celtics. He been
I think
linked
that's
like
more like the Pelicans really trying to see, like they try. I think Drew would whatever, dog. Long as he in
no.
the.
I'm saying like they losing. I feel like you can't ask for a big bag. If you take the 6th pick and bam, I feel like that can land Drew.
I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. Atlanta, they got their hands full. Next, we go down the list, the Washington Wizards. We expect big things from them this season. We had a drop off last year, but we saw some sparks with Bradley Beal. We see some crazy stuff from Bradley Beal. I'm talking about 30s every night. But we gonna get John Wall back after missing the whole basically 2 years.
Right,
Several injuries, especially that ruptured Achilles that he suffered from. I mean, as you know, we all know that Achilles is hard to come back from.
man.
But I mean, I've been seeing some clips. I've been hearing some rumors. I see that they say he's game ready. So we'll see, man. I want to see some things differently about John Wall this year. I want to see him take a step forward. But what you think
Man,
we actually need, though?
I think they need
Yeah,
like I don't know if Ruri is going to be a 3 or a 4, but I think they would need
that's that
another 3 or a
conversation we've
4.
been having, though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's that conversation we've been having. That 3 or 4. I honestly say a 4. I think. I
With the
think.
way the
Yeah.
with the way the league playing.
I think the way the lead is, he need to play a little forward. Now Washington, they have a top 10 pick at 9, and they also have a second round pick at 37. Um, we've been seeing a lot of Of course, they probably gonna end up losing David Bertans, who was probably like their second, third best player.
My
Um,
guy Davi.
yeah, he probably won't. He's probably testing. I've been hearing he's testing free agency. Um, and I think what's the name showed some sparks this year too, though. I know you're gonna be like, huh? Thomas Bryant. You familiar with Thomas
Oh
Bryant?
man, no,
Yeah,
Thomas Bryant be hooping.
yeah, Thomas Bryant. He showed me some. He showed me something this year, and I ain't really I forgot what school he came out of. The Indiana, wasn't it? It was Indiana, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah, he's a
It was
double
Indiana.
double guy,
Yeah,
big double
he
guy.
was
He
a double
goes
double
and
guy.
gets it. Mm.
So I think that's a nice piece to have, but I would still like to see them get a big if they can. Now I've seen Big O from USC being almost top 3 all the way down to like, I mean, I haven't seen him past the top 10 really. You know, a couple little things, but there he's been very linked. He's been linked to the Washington Wizards, which I
Right.
think would be a nice fit for him personally. I think they need somebody. They need somebody like him. That's, you know, he looks like he just plays his role, man. You know, he
Yeah.
already played with LaMelo and Lonzo, so you know he knows how to, you know, just stick to what he does and handle his business. So I would like, honestly, if there was all the teams that's in that top 10, I would like to see him there because he can also still play some high level basketball. I don't want to see him go to a weak team for real, for real.
I feel you. I think would be nice with them too, especially with the 4 we named. We got Wall and Bill. We got Thomas Bryant and Rui. Man, if you even want to put Rui at the 3 and play O at the 4 with Thomas Bryant out there, I think that's just a really athletic, really good starting 5 that they got. You know, assuming I've been watching clips, John Wall look like he is back. You know what I mean? He can still play. I'm excited because he has, you know, he said he been making mental notes over the last couple of seasons. He ready to go at people and all that. Hopefully him and Brad Bill, you know, if their chemistry stays well. You know what I mean? Hopefully their chemistry stays well. I'm excited to see them.
And not to like, you know, really get into like, cause you know, I mean, there's no such thing as alpha to a certain extent, but like, I mean, it's kind of safe to say, man, it's this like Brad team at this point, right?
Yeah, I think John got to know. Even, I mean, all right, you were hurt,
That
but like
last shot is Brad, right?
we watched what he just did with nothing over there for
That's
real.
not taking nothing away from John, because John a hell of a player, man. I just think that Brad does some certain things that John just can't do. Like you gotta have somebody that can be a knockdown shooter, because
Mm-hmm.
we always say, man, you can't stop nobody that can shoot. You can only contain them for real, for real.
Yeah, and John needs to be complimented with shooting. You know what I mean? He is not
Because he
a
gonna get to that
knockdown
basket.
shooter.
He gonna
Yeah,
get
he
to
can.
that basket.
You feel me? No one person could just stay in front. You know what I mean? But he's not a knockdown shooter. He needs Brad to be complimented. It sounds crazy, but John getting hurt probably worked well for Brad. Gave him a little made him play a little more on the ball, which helped. I feel like it helped his game a little more. You know, he's working out that pick and roll as the ball handler a lot.
Good too.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
good too. Boy, that sidestep he got is lethal, and it's look
One of
perfect.
the best in the
It
league.
looked perfect. Like his jump shot, everything. Like his game is really perfect, honestly. Like when
Best
you
step
start
backs in the league, Harden, Brad Bill, Kemba Walker.
to go Devin too. Devin got to be in there somewhere.
Book,
Book got to be in there somewhere. I'm just saying,
yeah,
just off the strength of like Devin can get his shot off.
yeah,
Even
for
if
sure.
he ain't doing it, you know what I'm saying? He might hit you with a step back. He might hit you with a right pivot. You know what I'm saying? His footwork is impeccable. So I mean,
Yeah, he too cold.
he crazy with it, dog. Early in that, they got an early second round pick at 37. Uh, you know, we was talking about this kid earlier. I think Jaden McDaniels would be a nice, solid addition right there. 6'10". He only played 1 year at Washington. Very raw, but I think with some, you know, with some polish, you know, polish him up a little bit. He might be a really good player. He might be able to fill that 3 spot that they've been looking for a while. That Otto Porter, you
And
know, took the bag and ran off.
he for sure got the bag first though.
Boy, he got a nice bag. Shout out to shout out to old Porter, dog.
You feel me? Max
Sure,
player Otto. Uh
sure.
no, I agree. I like Jaden McDaniels. I think, you know, to be as long as he is, he can step out and kind of guard the pick and roll well, even slide with a perimeter guy, you know, a little more. I like he's an athletic forward that, you know, I think can complement. uh I mean, let's not sleep. Ruri was the man too. You know, he was hooping. So
Rui had a
um
good season. He had a good season.
yeah, I think, you know, that's a player who could come in and complement that front court.
Okay, okay. All right, we're gonna move forward. Orlando. Orlando's on the clock. Orlando Magic, man, they got a 15 pick in the first round, and then they got a 1 second round pick at 45. This one of those. This is one of those teams that we've been waiting to see what's gonna happen. You know,
Right.
who gonna make that step forward? Like, what player is gonna actually make that step forward? I mean, Vucevic has been great, but I
Sure.
still don't look. Even though he was an all-star and everything this year, I don't look at him as being your all-star player.
He called to me.
He is, but bro,
Like, is he gonna lead the team to the promised land? No, not as the number one option. I
not your
agree.
number one option. I
Mhm.
like him as a two option, but not as your number one option. You know, I don't know who we looking to take that void. I would say the dunk champion.
Yeah, yeah, Aaron Gordon.
I would think Aaron Gordon, but I mean he hasn't taken that. He can't stay healthy. Orlando team just period really just can't stay healthy, to be honest. You know what I mean? They got great size. They've been
Yeah,
missing that point guard for the longest. But I think that's probably what it is. You know, now we think about it, you know, they just missing that point guard. They missing that steady point guard. DJ Augustine has done the best that he can, but DJ Augustine is a backup. You know, he's a reliable backup point guard that's gonna come in. He's gonna be productive every night. That's a good problem to have. But
yeah,
we
but
need a
they
point guard
need
for the
like
future.
they need. That's what I was about to say. They need like the right guard. You know what I mean? Like they need that guy. Like I love Markel though. I'm still one of the believers. I know some people is moving on. I'm slow to move on. I'm still a believer. I still think Markel Fultz got some promise, but don't get me wrong. They can go get the right guard. You know what I mean? Like if they could get a point guard at 15, you know, my suggestions: Cole Anthony, Kier
Like,
Lewis, both of those guards I think can come in and, you know, be the point guard, you know, for the future, or at least, you know, breed some competition in there, man. I think Cole Anthony has a pro ready game already. Kier Lewis, he's just a wizard with the basketball. He's so fast. I think he could for sure help him out.
mhm.
What you thinking?
I mean, honestly, man, with that Markel Fultz, not to just to go back to that, I'm not like necessarily losing faith in him, but he's not your starting point guard. He's not a point guard. You know what I mean? The more I watch him, I don't see it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he might not even be a starting guard, to be honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a solid season. Like no doubt about that. And that might have been his rookie season for real, when you really think about it. But if he don't show me something when he come back this year, I'm gonna just say he might be a great six man, and that's okay too. That's all right
Right.
too. But I really believe that they need a point guard for the future, and I think Cole Anthony is a great selection by you because I think he comes from a pro family. I think he's been in the spotlight for a long time, so he already a pro to a certain extent. Kira
Right.
Lewis is a raw talent, but it's a lot of potential there from his speed, his size. It's a lot of stuff you can do with him. So you just got to see, does he have the confidence to really really be that guy. Now they got a second round draft pick at 45. I see it in our list that you threw Jaden McDaniels in there also again, which I'm really not mad about it, but I'm more like, man, you got Jonathan Isaac coming back. That's almost like the same type of guy to a certain extent. Um,
Yeah, I was really when I was thinking like instead of a guard at 15, maybe they go athletic forward. So
yeah.
that's why I put
But
Jaden in
hold on,
there.
my bad, not to interrupt you, but you might be right though. They might, cause I forgot Jonathan Isaac. He tore his ACL and meniscus. So I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, he might be done. He's done for the year. So I mean, I
Yeah,
wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at Jaden. I wouldn't be mad at Jaden. You can go Tyler Bay. You can go.
right.
I'm trying to think of some other wings. I
Shoot
like.
at 15, depending on where Vassal fall,
Yeah.
you know, depending on where Naismith, Aaron Naismith falls. You know, I think there are some forwards that can be looked at, you know,
Mhm.
and they can still address point guard depth. I don't think they can get their franchise guy like maybe, you know,
I think
what a
they can.
Cole could do. But I think that they could address their point guard depth in the second round. You got Jamias Ramsey from Texas Tech. Shoot, I love Marcus Howard from Marquette. The whole world know he can fill it up.
They got him real low, dog, on draft boards, man. I think it's just because he's so small.
Probably. That's what I'm saying. You know, at the 45th pick, they could probably try to target a good value guard right there for that draft position.
No, it's gonna be interesting for them, man. They got some things. The last team in the Southeast Division was the team that surprised us all and took it to the NBA Finals, the Miami Heat. They got one pick in the draft at 20, which is a first round draft pick. But it's gonna be an interesting, couple of weeks for them too. I mean, Goran Dragic, he's a free agent, and there's been talks that if he has to leave, he's okay with leaving. But there's also been talks that he doesn't want to leave. So I mean, I really don't know what to believe, but I think Goran Dragic was great. He was sensational in the playoffs. I mean, he was key for them. I think if he was actually healthy, it probably would have been a little bit more interesting. I think the Lakers still would have got it, but Dragic, he had a great playoffs. Got Jay Crowder, free agent also, and Derrick Jones and Myers Leonard. So, I mean, they still. It's hard to tell what Miami probably need because I mean they have a really good solid foundation of players that they already have that they actually was like. I mean, Dragic is like maybe like, and Jay Crowder was big for them during the playoffs, but I mean Dragic will probably be the major loss for them.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I think they need a guard.
Yeah, I could see guard. If Jay Crowder walks, I could see them trying to, slot another versatile forward kind of. Miami likes to play that kind of. That seems to be their identity a little bit. Yeah. I think I keep reading that they're going to try to do everything in their power to make a run at Giannis, when his contract is up. So I don't know what kind of, what they want to do with their team. I think if a Jay Crowder leaves, I think RJ Hampton would be a good look just because I feel like his body type, his game, it fits their identity a little bit. He's a workhorse. We know Miami got the test days and stuff. I think
I would like to buy into the culture. I want to go there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're ready to buy into the culture, be part of something bigger than yourself and really hold yourself accountable, Miami's their culture is great. Brian grew up there, you feel me? So I got 4 years in Miami under my belt, man. I was in Miami for 4. I understand it.
Man, he went over there and took a vacation, man. Moving on, I think Tyrell Terry from Stanford would also be a good look. I've heard a lot of rumors.
I like that.
Heard a lot of rumors about him. He's a 6'2" guy, but he weighed about 150 something in college. But over these, I said in college, but, over the last couple of months, he's bulked up to like 170. You know what I'm saying? He already was a knockdown shooter. So, I mean, he's somebody that's going to be on the radar too, going through these individual workouts. And, I think he might be a good pick too.
I like that. I wasn't thinking Tyrell Terry, but I like that.
And that
Miami good for letting, they got Kendrick Nunn from Oakland. They go, if you could come and play it, you could play. You know what I'm saying? Duncan Robinson, they'll give you a chance. They're gonna, if you could come and perform, they're gonna put you on the floor.
Oh yeah, and shout out to my dog Karan, man. Karan Butler, man, getting that assistant coaching job, dog. That's my dog right there, man. I'm happy for him.
Yes, sir. Shout out Karan, man. When he was playing, that was my guy, Tough Juice, man.
Tough Juice, baby. Tough Juice. All right. Well, we're gonna take a small break, and we're gonna come back with the Central Division.
Yes.
What up? This is Jusnix, and I got a stat for you. On this day in 2000, this legendary point guard recorded a stat line of 18 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, and 14 turnovers in a losing effort against the New York Knicks. Those 14 turnovers are an NBA record for a single game. Let's get a quick drum roll. And the answer is Jason Kidd for the Phoenix Suns. Interesting, right? Now back to the podcast. We back, Central Division time. We had to take a quick little little water break. Get the tonsils right. You know what I mean?
Got to,
Tonsils right. Chicago's on the clock at 4, and they got 1 second round pick at 44. Chicago, what you got?
Man, Chicago, they finished 11th in the Eastern Conference last year, 22-43 record. That's not good. Got a new coach, Billy Donovan. We got a great returner player, Zach LaVine. But other than that, man, what they really need is a new training staff, because Chicago can't stay healthy over there, man.
Them young boys too.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Laurie Markkinen was out. Wendell Carter been out. Denzel Valentine been out. I mean, Chris Dunn been out. I mean, they whole team.
Over there still. You know what I mean? Taking time still over there.
Man, you feel me?
Yeah, all them young boys, man, they hurt.
I think they need I'm a huge Zach LaVine fan, so me saying that they need a guard sound kind of crazy, but I think they need a lead guard. I know they got Kobe White, but I think they need a guard who can make other players better. You feel me? I love Zach, but he's not a point. He can get his, but he's not making everybody else better right now.
So I mean, of course they got a lot of decisions to make. Of course, Otto Porter gonna pick up that 28 that he gets.
Got to
pick up that 28. Ooh, that's a nice bag. Nice bag.
You feel me? Little 28 in the quarantine.
Third man hand rough. You know what I mean?
Hey, Playboy.
Hey, Playboy Junior. You got Chris Dunn. I think he's a restricted free agent. Denzel Valentine, which I mean, it might be a wrap for him, dog.
Yeah.
It might be a wrap for him. Shout out to Denzel, dog.
Shout out to Zell.
Part of the product. So yeah, we talking about a guard, but I've been hearing they really big on Denny, man. They big on Denny from Israel. I think he would be a solid pick, but
I like Denny.
You like Denny?
Yeah, with the number 4 pick, I actually agree with you. I put Denny down as well. I've been seeing he can handle the ball a little bit. He's a great passer. He's a big body. I like Denny at number 4.
Yeah.
But number 44, which is really in the second round, this is who I really want to talk about, though. Throughout this whole draft review process, Taishan Alexander from Creighton, man, has gained a new fan. I like this kid.
Yeah.
I watched him. I was watching some clips, man. He got first round potential to me. Seriously, like, he got good size. He's 6'4", played a point, shooting guard. He got high level shot making ability. He shot 40% from 3 in college, averaging 17 a game. He really can score. He really has the ability to score, and he really has outside shooting, which I think both gonna help him in the league. So Taishan Alexander, man, I guess I could say I didn't know too much about you, but now I'm educated, man. You got a new fan. Shout out to Taishan Alexander.
I haven't really seen that much, but I'll be sure to get my clips in. So I'm admitting on the pod that I have not really seen Taishan that much, but I will get into him. My bad, J Redd.
No, it's all good. I think you gonna like his game too.
Like his game? All right, bet. And just speaking of speaking on Denny, we watched a couple clips on him. I wasn't that impressed in 5-on-5 settings, but I've watched him in some workouts over the last couple of weeks, just some recent recent workouts, and he looked good. He looked good. Looked like, and I've heard some reports that the Warriors worked him out and they were really impressed. So I mean, you got some high praises from some good teams. So I'm gonna trust their beliefs, and I'm gonna think he probably be the safe pick at number 4.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is hard to judge overseas talent watching just all overseas clips. You know what I mean? It's really always Yeah, it's gonna always be that like we got to see him do it over here, in the back of your head a little bit. So
Oh, potential, I guess. I mean,
right.
I guess that's why the scouts get paid the big bucks. You know what I mean? Shout out to Rashad Phillips, man. He's a 4-level scorer.
Yoda.
That's my guy, dog. That's my guy, man. Detroit. Moving on. Cleveland. Cleveland's on the clock. That's your old home.
Hey, yes it
That's
is.
your old home. How you was doing that all these years, dog? Even though they was competitive with the Pistons, bro, you was just sitting there rooting for the kids across the street.
It's Brian, bro.
I don't
You feel
care,
me?
man.
If
Like,
Brian would have been a Timberwolf, I'd have been in Minnesota rooting for them guys, man. If Brian would have been a Sun, I would have been in Arizona in the desert rooting for my guy.
this guy,
That's why, man. I gotta go where he go.
this guy, man. Cleveland, man. They had the second worst record in the NBA last season, which we kind of figured, man. They got rid of their coach in the middle of the year. Shout out to old Michigan's coach. Why I can't remember no names today, dog? Like I'm
Beeline, that's my favorite coach. Low key.
Beeline, man. What
One
up,
of my
Beeline?
favorite college coaches.
All the names today, man. Excuse me, podcast.
Shout out Coach Beeline, man.
Shout out Coach Beeline, man. He couldn't handle that NBA life though. They tried to
Nah,
run that old man crazy, man.
you could even go back and watch our episode talking about it. We kind of,
He ran that old man crazy,
yeah,
man.
we kind of knew, like,
I don't even
yeah,
talk
I
to
don't
me like
know.
that, man.
If it's bucket list and you want to coach the pros, do your thing. But
He kind of did it like that, but I mean, hey, man. Some things ain't meant for you.
it's not college. You feel me? You're not gonna get them guys to be a college team. You gotta know that.
That's a fact. Free agency. Andre Drummond gonna pick. He definitely got to pick up that bread, right?
I think so. I
He
mean,
got a
ain't
lot
no,
of bread on the table.
yeah, I think Drummond, definitely gonna go get that player option.
Probably gonna pick that money up, but I mean, because I don't know if anybody gonna pay him that much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though I think he is a solid piece for somebody else, I really don't want to see him in Cleveland. Honestly, I don't. Because I want to keep him engaged. Drummond, one of them type of dudes, man, he got to be engaged into the game. If it
He
ain't
do.
high level, he might go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So, um, Tristan Thompson is going to be an unrestricted free agent. Uh, Dellavedova, which he probably might be
Delly.
out of there. You think Delly might be out of there, right? Delly getting
I don't know what Cleveland is not a very good Ram franchise, so I never know. They're so unpredictable. I never know what they're gonna do.
well, yeah. Like I mean, they got a lot of they got a small backcourt back there with Colin Sexton and Darius Garland. Um,
I'm a
you know,
fan though.
you got Kevin Porter. Um, I'm interested to see what Kevin Love gonna do. He still got some. I think he still got some money on the table. Um, I'm really looking at Obi for them from Dayton. I think he might be the best selection. Bring some excitement into that building. He might be the best selection. How you feeling?
I couldn't agree more. I had Obi down for the
That's
Cavs.
the only person I really had for them. I'm like,
Literally,
man,
me too.
I think he might be just the best available.
At this point in their rebuild, it's like go get some versatility. He gonna be flying through the air, dunking the ball, putting some butts in some seats, providing some excitement for him.
Yeah,
You just spent your last two lottery picks on guard, so I feel like you have to kind of give a longer look at Sexton and Garland. I think Obi gonna slot right in there if they can have a young core and find some type of chemistry. Cleveland can, get a little step forward and they rebuild.
and then Obi, he's an older guy, so I mean, he should be ready and he should be pro ready. Saying to play a nice 72 game season this year. So I think Obi would be a nice look. Hey,
And he can shoot a little bit
they
too.
ain't gonna win a lot, so I mean, hey,
Right.
prepare for the future, kids.
He's an Ohio guy too, so Cleveland might take him.
Prepare for he is.
Well, I mean, he went to
Oh,
college
'cause
in
he went
Dayton.
to
I
Dayton.
don't know if
Right,
he's
right, right.
from
Yeah, yeah,
Ohio.
he
My
went to
bad. I
Dayton.
didn't
He went
mean.
to Dayton. He went to
Yeah,
Dayton.
I didn't mean
My
to say it
bad,
like
my
that.
bad. We on the same page. We on the same page.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Moving on to the hometown. You know,
Detroit
basketball.
basketball.
The Mason. They got one pick this year. They got a lottery pick at 7. Why we can't never get no 1, 2, 3, man? Ever since we got that Darko, you know what I'm saying? We ain't been the same since. We can't get lucky again. But I'll take 7. It's fine. I mean that they literally need everything that they can get.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Stan kind of left us. Shout out to my guy. Really, really, I worked with him this year, and I really got to really know him. He's a really, really great guy. You know, I also, I always kind of tease him a little bit, like, man, you left us with all this, man. You know what I'm saying? But Stan is a great coach, and I'm happy that he got that job over there with the Pelicans. But man,
definitely.
man, it's gonna be a long road, man, but we gonna make it back at some point. But I think one of the main missions that they gotta re-sign Christian Wood, man. I think he's he showed us something towards the end of the season, and then Blake, man, he just man, that knee make me nervous, man.
Yeah, I think honestly, Christian Wood, they do need to re-sign Christian Wood. I mean, he
Great job.
provided all the excitement, the pizzazz that they needed to see. Blake is for sure on his way out. If it's not this year, they just gonna give him this last year, this contract, and he's done. After this year, Blake he had a great year with Detroit. I can't ignore that. Like his numbers was good when he was healthy. You know what I mean? So it's like if
Remember, he
Blake
had
could
an
be
all-star
healthy,
season when he got there, so I mean,
right? I mean, even if they roll with Blake one more year, I think it's going. I think it'll be cool.
Blake
But
might need to just go to a really good team, man, and
Pistons need a
start.
point guard. I just feel like you can't be good if you don't have like a head lead guard that you trust. The NBA is like you need a point guard in the NBA. And Bruce Brown and Langston Galloway not getting the job done,
I
man.
think Langston gone, and then I mean, Luke Kennard has only showed as much as he can show.
Yeah, he ain't no point.
I mean, but
I
I'm just
like
saying
Luke.
at the guard position, period.
Yeah,
But
I like
I,
Luke though, but
yeah, yeah. It's just one of them things, man. I
so
mean,
I'm
still got D
thinking,
Rose. We still got D Rose. Still got D Rose. And he looked like he don't really want to leave for real. He really like he chilling. So I mean, we just take advantage of what we got. We might get a magical season from D Rose. I think he still ain't finished.
yeah, but he ain't no starter. Is he D Rose?
Don't do
You
D
know,
Rose like that, dog.
is he
Come on,
you
man.
starting though?
I'm still rocking with D Rose for real, because I think he's still like, yeah, he wasn't as healthy. He's still trying to get back right, but he actually had a really good season last year. Like he
No, he
had
did. Even the
game
season before,
winners. Yeah,
last two seasons was good actually.
that's what I'm saying. He just like I think. I mean, what's the point of staying healthy when you really playing with a bunch of scrubs for real? You know what I'm saying? Not trying to. I hate saying that. I should not say. I should not say scrub, man. But I'm just saying, man. Detroit ain't looking good, man. You know what
Right,
I mean? Like
right.
they're not really looking good. And I think if D Rose played with somebody, played with some more in more competitive games, you would get a different D Rose.
I think D Rose is what he is now, man. You can't play him too many minutes. He gonna come in and be a spark. He still got the talent. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge D Rose fan, man, and I love to see him playing well again. So, but if you gonna ask me what the Pistons should do at the draft at the 7th pick, well, you got a Tyrese Halliburton who might be available, a Killian Hayes who might be available. Man, I'm going to get a guard.
You got to get a guard. I'm not mad at the Tyrese Halliburton. I think that's been, the most, that's been the popular choice of all mocks that I've read and several news articles. That's the guy that they tying us to, and I don't think that's a bad pick, a bad start for what we got going on. And I still like Dwayne Casey as a coach, so I mean, I think we still gonna be slightly competitive,
For
but
sure.
it's gonna be a long road. And I think Say Cool is a great, up and coming piece. But it's like I said, it's gonna be a long road, man.
I agree.
Moving on, moving on. Milwaukee, man. Yeah, they had a little Clippers flu too. They had,
Yeah,
they had a little Clippers flu too. I mean, they sneezed a
definitely.
little bit. They sneezed a little bit. I mean, Giannis, he did. He was hurt towards the end. I'm gonna give him that a little bit. He was hurt. He was hurt a little bit, but they still didn't really show anything for real.
Man, I am not giving no pass at all for Giannis. Best record in the NBA 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. Talk playing the Lakers, doing all this junk. Yeah, no, bro. You feel me?
Personal, my man.
Yeah, I'm not with all that. You got until you can make a 20-foot jump shot and get your team out of the advance in the playoffs, bro. You can't lose in the second round, bro. And you the defensive player of the year and MVP and the best record in the NBA, and you lose in the second round. I can't give that a pass.
And it's crazy. It's crazy to think that you can have an MVP 2 years in a row, and not even saying like, all right, we remember years when Steve Nash had 2 years in a row, but we didn't think he was like the best player. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Giannis is like top three. You know what I'm saying? Top five in the NBA, and we still don't really have that faith that he can get over the hump for real. So it's really crazy that we really seeing it because he can win MVP again next year. You know,
Yeah, but when the playoffs come
it's
and the
almost like
game
how your
slow,
boy was though.
huh?
It's almost like how your boy was though. How
I
Brian was
disagree.
for a couple years with Cleveland.
I disagree.
Why do you disagree?
Because look at how Milwaukee is losing and how Cleveland was losing. Giannis is not, he can't make a shot, bro.
So where was
Brown
he at
was still
2010?
killing
What you mean? Giannis still getting 20 every night?
20.
You get what I'm saying. When I say
I'm
20,
saying, though, that's what he is getting 20 points.
no, bro. He was getting way more than that. Now, come on.
Bro, I'm
That
telling you,
man
go
is a
look
30.
at
He's a 30 easy.
not every night in the playoffs. You thinking of MVP regular season Giannis, I'm telling
He
you.
was kind of hurt still in there. He did leave early, bro. He did leave. He did leave early. He wasn't healthy.
Bro, he
He's still.
can't
I'm
make
not.
an
I'm not knocking
18-foot
what he
jump
needs. He
shot.
needs something in there. He needs more to his game. I'm not knocking you when I say that. He needs more to his game. But all I'm saying is he was slightly a little bit hurt towards the end. So I mean,
Giannis is about to fall right into that James Harden category. Like, I don't care what you do in a
he
regular
already
season.
in there, bro.
Show me something
He
in the
already in there.
postseason.
What you mean?
Yeah.
He about
I
to?
don't care about none of that. Like, show me something in the postseason, bro, because you was up 2-0 on the Raptors 2 years ago. They closed the paint. I mean, last season they closed the paint.
That wall up.
He couldn't make an 18-foot jump shot. They lost 4 games straight. Also, I mean, I think I gotta, I'm not gonna put everything on Giannis, because one thing that I noticed during this playoffs that I hated was the offense that they run in Milwaukee. They spread everybody out and they put Giannis at the free throw line. He catch it, and then it's like, all right, do something. Man, that's not working in the playoffs, man.
One of Bud's one of Coach Bud's biggest criticism for me is that he just don't make adjustments toward in games. Like he didn't had like he has a history of having the best teams in the NBA. He had the Hawks best team in the NBA at a point in time. I'm talking about record wise and
Right.
everything in the regular season, but in the playoffs they just do the same thing. You know what I mean? It's like, all right,
Exactly.
bro, we see what you got going on. You spreading everybody out. Giannis going to the paint, but what you gonna do when that's cut off? What are we doing?
Right. And I mean, like, these guys can knock shots down, but like,
They can't.
if
They
we
can't.
close the paint down, Brooke Lopez and Wes Matthews is not going to carry y'all to the next round. Like,
Let's
Chris Middleton. Giannis needs more help. Middleton is not the number 2 that is going to get him over the hump.
Yeah, I've been back and forth about that for a while now, man.
He
I
need more firepower. Middleton be having 12 and 13 in the offs. That's not going to get it done.
that's true. And then I've seen, just over the last couple of years, I think this was like maybe 2 years. 2 years out of the time he's been at Milwaukee, he's only averaged 20 twice. I'm just talking about 20 for a full year. That's not good. And that shows
Right.
he making a lot of money, dog. You know what I'm saying? He needs to step it up a little bit more. But he did step it up when Giannis left. He actually was playing better than like when Giannis gone. I don't know what be happening when Giannis is out there, which I think Giannis just got to work on. He got to get something else to his game, dog. Give me some post ups. Give me something, bro. Like I don't want to see you just go downhill every play.
You
Like
know what I noticed too? Giannis is one of the worst passers out of double teams in the NBA. I just noticed that
think
this
so?
post in the bubble, bro. He when they was throwing them, he really was like, I don't know if he who maybe I'm just giving too much on Giannis and not enough to the other team. Maybe they was just really scheming well and bringing them doubles, but he got to get better at that, man.
He gotta like. I mean, like I said, all he really got is Middleton, man. I'm losing all faith in Bledsoe right now. I just don't think he's it. He's
Yeah,
made a lot of money in the NBA, but I think his time is starting to, it's starting to wrap it up. It's starting to wrap up a little bit. Like all right, we got you figured out, bro. What else can you do? You know what I mean?
yeah,
So, I think one of the main things they need to do is they need to look for a guard. They
I agree.
9 times out of 10 they probably gonna uh Wesley Matthews. He declined his player option, which is only like about 2.7, and then Robin Lopez. He also has a player option too with over a little over 5. So I mean, I think they really they need to re-sign him for sure because I think I mean, you can't have too many big bodies, dog, and he is
No,
solid.
Rolo is nice for him.
He is solid big body. But what they need is they need a guard. They need a guard that
Agreed.
can shoot though, like a solid guard that can shoot. Like Dante DiVincenzo is not. He ain't gonna get you that. He's a good basketball player.
I
I
get
get
what you
that,
said.
but you need a guard that can you know can score, pass. You just need a nice, good combo guard with some size, everything. Like I like Malachi Flynn, even though he's a smaller guy. He only like
Mhm.
6'1", but he's a 4-year player. That's I mean he can hit shots. The boy shoot blood, and
He do.
he shoot blood. You know what I mean? So I think he might be a good pick. It's a lot of ways you could go. If Theo Maladon from France, who's supposedly going to Utah, he might be a good selection at 24. So um,
I like
that ain't a scrap.
Maladon. I like Maladon a lot. I think if Cole Anthony slides, I think he would fit
Man,
well
he'd be
with the
the best
Bucks.
selection. He'd be
Yeah, I think he would fit well with the Bucks, with their spread it out offense. And I think if he happens to slide, I think that would be a good pick for Milwaukee.
no.
I
I'm
like Maladon as well, though.
gonna have to give you something too, dog. I gave you a lot of grief about Cole. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't that I didn't like. I just thought Cole was like all athleticism. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
a lot of times, man, in the NBA, it's like, yeah, everybody ain't athletic. You know what I mean? But I gotta remember that Cole comes from a pro family, dog, and he's gonna adjust.
Yeah.
Regardless. And I think if he went somewhere like Milwaukee, oh my God,
Nice.
that's beautiful. That's beautiful because the kid he got confidence. So that's the
Mhm.
biggest thing to me in the NBA is having confidence. He been playing with pros all his life, so if it's there, I like it. I like
And he can shoot. You feel me? That's one thing. Bledsoe, Cole got the athleticism. He can get in there. Cole can also shoot it, and which is going to help Giannis tremendously.
I'm sick of talking about Bledsoe and his shooting. I don't even want to talk about that more. We moving on. We getting off
Moving
them.
on.
We getting off
Yeah.
them. And the last team in the Central Division, Indiana, just lost their coach, Nate McMillan. I forgot who they ended up grabbing. It was somebody assistant coach, wasn't it? Toronto's assistant coach or
I'm
somebody.
not even sure, to be
I'm
honest.
not, I forgot who it was, but I mean they got some decisions they got to make. But I'm gonna hand them keys over to you. And what you got for Indiana?
Indiana, they only got one pick late in the second round, 54. Um they finished fourth in the Eastern Conference, really good, 45-28. I think the team needs offense. I know that's a very vague to say, but I think offense, 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 offense. They need scoring. They need offensive production on that team. One good thing about Indiana is they don't really have to worry about their depth. All they're losing is Justin Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that, what they need is offense and maybe a 3-and-D, what they can try to replace Justin Holiday with. For the offensive production that I think they need, I really don't see it, at pick number 54. I don't see how you can get what I'm trying to,
Yeah, I think a
my
lot of them
vision for
bringing
what
in
they
guys,
see.
man, they're gonna be gone by that time.
Right.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
I think, I truly, my suggestion would be to try to trade up or trade a pick for a more established offensive player. Or, if they do keep the pick, I put Paul Reed from DePaul, big, big, long, efficient scorer, quick, get off the rim running. He blocks shots. He great defender, and he shoot 40% from three as a big. So I think that'll help him. Almost like a Miles Turner, a younger, Miles Turner, but a little more efficient scoring type thing. And I think I like the Sam Merrill kid from Utah State. Could be one of the best 3-point shooters in the draft. Man, I think, if they keep the pick and they want to replace Justin Holiday with a 3-and-D wing player, I think he fits Indiana's identity, a 3-and-D guy to help replace, and he's one of the best threes in the draft, 3-point shooters in the draft.
I mean, I still expect Indiana to be competitive. They got some good players over there. T.J. Warren, Malcolm Brogdon, um, Morris
Depot,
Hunter, Debo.
Sabonis is great.
You got some guys surrounded around there. So honestly, man, I'm really hoping that our guy Edmund Summer can Detroit kid can pick himself up a little bit more. I think he need to take that step forward. He got to stay healthy too, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be.
Edmund played well though.
No, he did.
Like through the
He
G
got
League and
more.
stuff.
He got
Yeah.
more. He got more to offer. I think he just need to. It's hard in the NBA, man. Confidence is everything, and he just got to be confident in his game and what he can do. I seen that kid, since he was 6 years old. So he got some go. He just a quiet kid, but I'm wishing the best for him. I'm wishing the best for him.
Yeah, shout out Edmund. He don't, the world don't even know. He beat me in the state championship as a coach. I was coaching Detroit Community. I
Ah,
was coaching Detroit Community with my boy Vito. Shout out V. And we played Country Day in the state championship, and Edmund was the lead guard, and they beat us.
yeah. Yeah, the boy got go, man. I'm wishing the best for him, man. But like I said, Indiana gonna be interesting too, man. They're gonna be competitive, but yeah, that's it for us for part two, man. We got a part three coming up, real soon. We gonna attack the Atlantic Division in the East, and we're gonna attack the Southwest Division in the West to just wrap up this draft review. I had fun with you, J Redd.
Hey, I'm loving this, man. I'm glad basketball. I'm glad hoop is returning as quick as it is too.
That's all we can do right now, man. They shutting stuff down left and right, man. So all we can do is enjoy a little bit of basketball when they come around. Right now we got football, but we need some hoops, man.
Always, man. Everybody be safe. Wear your mask. Wash your hands, man. This virus is still here, and it's for real.
It's for real, y'all. And just to keep tabs on us. Uh, Follow us on Instagram at Just Ball Out. That's Just Ball Out with no T, and that's the underscore. Just Ball Out underscore at Just Ball Out underscore. And then the website is to check out all our material, our writing material, our podcasts. Check us out at justballoutmedia.com. That's also with no T. So check us out and support us, man. We gonna keep the content rolling for y'all, and we just gonna have some fun, man.
Yeah, my suggestion, y'all, go check the site out. Of course, y'all can follow and interact with us on the gram, but the site is nice. We put a lot of effort and work into it, and it's coming along. I'm proud of the site, man. Shout out to Nix. He did his thing. It's home for all of our material. So check that site out, justballoutmedia.com.
All right. Well, we be back for part three, man. Y'all stay tuned.
Yes, sir.